Welcome, everybody. And all you Holdenators, welcome you as well. Get your pencils, grab your paints, collect anything you consider art supplies. It's time for Art Smackdown, the game show that makes art the cutthroat competition God intended. This week's contestants are Best Artist in the World, Kara Sketches. Last week's audience champion, Ryan Osmosis. And this week's challenger, Emily Dalton, with celebrity guest judge, Sean Christian Taylor. With me, Mark Stetson, Phil Casal, and Slaney Rose Jordan. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show.
It's so good to be here.
Mark.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I mean, thanks for
thanks for being here.
Yeah,
it's good for me to be here.
It is good for you to be here.
Yeah, it's good for all of us to be here. I hope everyone's Christmas season was bright or safe or whatever it can be. At this
Merry and isolated. Merry and isolated.
Yes.
That's
accurate.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. And I hope that our challengers are up for it because we got a banger of a show.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew.
Yes, TV stations everywhere. This is a competitive art show, but it's comedic competitive art. It's like Nailed It, but with art. Where three contestants can enter the stream and battle for art supremacy, and one will leave the best artist in the world, according to Sean Christian Taylor.
What is Nailed It?
Good question.
Is it about nails, like doing things on nails?
I think it's a carpentry competition, right?
No, it's baking. Isn't it? It's baking.
Yeah, it's like Chopped, but if they didn't have any skill.
Got it.
Yes.
And so it's they just fail. They just fail forever. That's great.
And it's Nicole Byer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she hosted it.
Yeah,
I love her.
Yeah, Doppelganger Zone.
Cool. I'll put it in my list.
Put it on the list.
There's also the one with Amy Poehler and what's his name?
Ron
Making it.
Nick Offerman.
Javier Bardem.
Nick Offerman. Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem.
Right?
His head's
Nick
too
Offerman.
big for the part.
His head's too big for most doors.
His head is too round to be Ricky Ricardo. Ricky Ricardo was a pointy, nasally fellow. He's got his voice sounds like that because his nose is a perfectly straight line. It's the air that makes him sound like this. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie yet, but I'm just judging it by the trailers alone.
No, it's true. I just finished watching it, and it was a little. I mean, I could suspend my disbelief, but it was a little distracting because I was like, you are not as soft as Desi Arnaz.
No,
Desi was soft. And like,
oh,
he was a soft boy.
Cuddly.
He had a baby face, you know.
Yeah,
he was the Timothy Chalamet of the 50s and 60s. He wasn't.
He was
I don't know. I mean,
and I love Lucy episode where he fucked a peach was high comedy.
I'd love to see Timothy Chalamet lead a band.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting. Oh man.
Man, I was just watching the episode where they all give each other black eyes by accident, and really still holds up. I'd say
it does. It really does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny.
Now, Sean, you're really into movies and television. You just kind of like you just absorb it like every week, right?
I know. I have no life or significant others, so I spend my time. I've watched 129 movies this year.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Clock them.
Wowie!
Yeah, I feel like it's the one thing that I allow myself to be like arrogant about is movie talk, and I can talk about any movie, and I'll see anything too. But yeah,
what was the most surprisingly good film that you saw this year?
Okay, can I pull up a list? Can I pull up my journal?
Yeah,
he's got a spreadsheet. You've got spreadsheets, right, Sean?
Is the audience leaving already?
11 people have left since Holden brought them in, but That's to be expected.
That's on us. That's on us.
That's entirely on. Yeah, they're like, oh shit, Stetson's still hosting.
Hey,
this thing.
hold that.
They were all Javier Bardem and Nick Offerman fans, and they just couldn't take it.
I'll tell you that I really liked Spencer.
I saw that today.
I really did, and I've been weird with her of like, but the indie stuff she's been doing, like she really shines, and like I love that director Pablo Larraín. Spencer was great. It's a horror movie.
It is.
It's a psychological horror movie.
It is.
Yeah.
I was very uncomfortable, and I was expecting to be a little uncomfortable. I wasn't expecting to be that uncomfortable. It was very
the whole time.
It was very uncomfortable.
How does it compare to The Crown? Is it framed differently?
It is, or is it
so
very different?
Very different.
Oh,
interesting.
So different.
Like the most recent season of The Crown, but for an entire movie.
Yeah, the most recent season of Crown is light and fluffy compared to this. Like, it's dark.
Yeah, it's basically like what happens. You get in the mind of someone with like, I mean, all of the things that that she was dealing with, like not like to whittle it down to just one thing, but like it just felt like how like I feel when I have like extreme social anxiety, but for 2 hours straight at like the highest stakes level of like being around the royal family. Like it was really insane.
And you just want to be around your two young princes.
Yeah,
that's it. Just want to play games.
Yeah.
But the movie that surprised me the most was Tick Tick Boom. I'm not an Andrew Garfield fan. I respect him. I think he's cool, but I think he turns it up to 11 constantly. But I was actually impressed by it.
Yeah, I was not expecting to like that. I'm not a big fan of that musical to begin with, but I wasn't really expecting a lot from it. But I feel like they crushed it.
That was good casting.
Yeah. Best thing I've watched though, this is fun, is The Beatles Get Back on Disney Plus. Oh my God. I laughed my ass off the whole time. Like they are so fucking funny. They are so
funny. I know. They're a bunch of
at one point. John Lennon, I forget what they're talking about, but never mind, it's gross. I shouldn't do it here. But like they're gross. Ringo admitting to a fart in the middle of an important talk. I mean, those
it's remarkable. Really just to see them in their natural state and to see a bunch of 20-somethings without phones.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing.
Yeah, they just like had to be in the moment. It's like that gif of like look at people enjoying the moment or living in their moment.
Yeah.
Not a cell phone in sight.
Yeah, like I just watched Licorice Pizza. Not a cell phone in sight.
Oh yeah.
Just a lot of running down blocks.
Did you like it?
I loved it. Loved it too. I have a lot of opinions on it that I won't get into here because I know that Twitter's the place to have educated opinions about this movie specifically. So I'll leave it to there.
All right. Sounds good. Do you guys want to get into the self-expression challenge?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I have it. Okay, Sean, you're going to have to explain this to me, but I will give it to it. And then you're going to quickly give us an idea. So of what you have in mind. So everybody ready? Get your pencils, pens ready. It's going to be a 1 minute self-expression challenge. Just give us like an idea of where you were going with this. Okay, ready? All right. Smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Smooth sea never made a skilled sailor.
Hell yeah.
All right. What do you think of when I've heard that quote before. It's a pretty famous quote.
It's something we had to look it up with Mark, but it's something I wrote. I have a wall dedicated to stuff that I like and I'll write it on my wall. And I have it directly in front of me. I'm a neurotic, anxiety driven person. And it's something I just have to remember. And it's just something I look straight at when I was prompted again by Mark. I'm like, okay, that feels fun, but it feels like I just brought the room down.
It's self-expression.
Yeah, but also it's a great saying because it has many meetings and there are many interpretations of it. I mean, it sounds, it could, from the mouth of a megalomaniac, it sounds like someone who doesn't pay their workers. From the mouth of a janitor, it sounds like someone who knows what a day of work means. Art supplies down.
Art supplies down. Please, everyone, take a picture of your art, or send it to fartsmackdown@gmail.com. That is our email address. It is fartsmackdown with an F because Art Smackdown was already taken.
Yeah. Bob Ross Foundation did that.
Because there aren't enough farts in the world.
That's true. Ringo took
It's not enough.
Ringo admitted to all the farts.
You know what? I bet Ringo would take responsibility for anyone's farts.
They're all me.
Like Jesus Christ,
Ringo is
farts.
silent but deadly.
I think that was me.
Yeah. Ringo farts so that we may all fart.
Amen.
That's actually a very Lennon
I'll
quote,
cheers to that.
Cheers. I need more, but
Cheers.
We getting some pieces in now, or
We are. There's
excellent.
Got one in, 2 in. Yeah, they're starting to float in now.
Oh boy.
Sean, not to get too personal, but what besides the pandemic, is there a skill that you've learned from something like going on in your life or something that you'd want to share with us while we're waiting?
A new skill?
Yeah, maybe
I
in the
may have
last
learned.
year or something. Yeah, that you picked up.
Gosh, I'm so lazy.
You are not.
Let's see. I bike. I didn't learn how to ride it though. I learned that a long time ago. Oh gosh. Handyman work. So my roommates and I moved, and I hadn't really picked up a hammer in years, but I got really good at sinking a stud. And especially last night, we hung shelves in our living room. It's hard sinking the thing with first you have to drill the hole, and then New York apartments either have brick behind it or metal or whatever. That little annoying plastic thing that you have to get just fucking right so you can then nail. Yeah.
Is it the Molly grip or something like that? The Molly screw or wrench or something like that?
I don't know. We didn't even have a drill bit, so I had to drill. This is so entertaining.
This is
thrilling. It's art, man.
Being forced to get
do you do it by
my
sound?
dad was a carpenter.
Do you do it by sound, like tapping?
And a glass too.
Wow. I just borrowed a stud finder from my friend.
Audio Gabriel says riveting.
Yeah.
I have all of the
brilliant.
All the contestants have sent
Is that a play on words?
Excellent. All right.
But let's be honest. Like, who learned a new skill in quarantine, or did we all just watch Tiger King? You know what I mean? It's like we all started quarantine and we're like, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z.
I'll see you that, but I'll also raise you. Are you lazy or are you traumatized?
Both.
Yeah.
It's true, man.
If I try to answer that, I'll just bring the room down even further. But
well,
hey,
let's see the trauma that came out of this self-expression challenge.
Indeed. Who do you want to see first, Sandy?
Let's bring in how about our audience champion?
Ryan
Osmosis.
Welcome back to the stream, Ryan.
Thank you for having me for the third time. Starting to feel a little bit like always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Well, that might change tonight. I'm not.
Who knows?
I'm not insinuating anything, but I'm saying who knows.
I am coming to you live on location at my parents' house. My youngest sister was kind enough to lend me her room and her art supplies.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's like the epitome of Art Smackdown, like whatever you have around.
Yes.
Perfect.
I love this.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
And
So,
it's in cursive.
yeah, so I felt like the explanation of this took the whole minute.
Oh yeah.
And so I just imagined somebody like getting far out into sea and being like, well, now how do I get back?
I've been through all the obstacles. Now the sea is smooth.
Yep. Oh man,
That's
yeah,
adorable. I
or
love
it's
the
just
hat.
a sailor without skill just drifted on out, and then there he
He's
is.
got the hat for it.
He does.
Sure.
He
It's
thought that if
adorable.
he dressed the part, it would be fine.
It looks
like
like one of
so
those
many of us.
newspaper hats, you know? Like,
Yeah.
God.
Oh man,
Very cute.
Surprised
That's how I
someone
feel
didn't take it.
whenever I start a new project. I get halfway through it, I'm like, I don't even know I don't even know how to finish this. I don't know how to get back. I don't know what got me here.
The wind literally was taken from your sails.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yes.
yeah, or like
Where
you
are you
set out to do
from, Ryan?
something.
I am from Mississippi, Jackson
Okay.
area.
I'm from Tennessee.
Okay, so yeah, actually, I'm here in my parents' house. I was going to say I'm in the land of cheap beer and accents that make mine sound like I'm from the north.
Oh boy.
So, if you can
Thanks.
imagine,
It's good to hear. It's good to hear your accent. I miss it.
I missed cheap
Yeah,
there.
you're from right across the Mississippi,
Yeah.
Memphis.
Yeah.
Very
Memphis.
cool.
Memphis.
Well,
Memphis.
I
I love it. I love it.
What are you?
Yeah.
What are you employing? What's your thought process going into this tonight?
well,
I mean, aside from the always the bridesmaid, never the bride. But
yes,
putting
I'm
that
taking
aside.
that energy.
Yeah.
So, since I've been home, I keep hearing this apparently like philosopher of our generation. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. And there is just one thing I need, which is to win Art Smackdown tonight.
All right.
That's what
That's
I'm talking
great.
about.
I love it.
Nice.
Promo
I
work
turned
on
30 on the
Smackdown.
24th, so I'm just out for blood.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Good news and bad news about your 30s. You start knocking off the bucket list things, but each time the now what gets louder.
Oof.
So,
Oh yeah, very true.
Mm.
but it's fun.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
things to
fun.
look out for.
Yeah.
Looking
You get to
forward
watch a bunch
it.
of movies about coming of age films.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
Well-
At least for tonight, we got you.
We got you. Sound of silence intensifies. All right.
Wow, great. Thank
thank
you,
y'all.
Ryan Osmosis.
We'll see you in a bit.
We'll
See you
see you in a
soon.
bit. Okay, let's bring out our challenger, Emily Dalton.
Emily Dalton. That's it.
Welcome.
Hello.
Let's
Yeah, welcome to the
see what you
stream,
got here.
Emily.
This is your first time on the show.
Yes.
First
my
time challenging.
Excited to be here.
Excellent. Now you are a performer in New York City on the same team as Slaney.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep, we recently contracted COVID together.
Yes.
We risked our lives to do sketch comedy. You're
Yes.
welcome, New York
We were
City.
That's
punished.
they called group mind or group lungs, whichever.
But it was a
So-
great show. I loved it. It was really fun to get back.
Yes, it was. And our team is
Emily-
called IRO, which stands for in real life. And that was our punishment for meeting in real life, getting COVID.
And had you done any shows before that show this year? Like, was that your first show back? Or
Yeah, it was.
I know, me too.
It's
And I was
been a long time.
really bad luck.
Yeah. Kind of sad.
But we're
So
here.
bad.
This is a safe show.
Yes. Social
This
distance.
was created in quarantine.
True
Right.
story.
Wow. Cool. Similar triangle jig there.
This guy ended up on mountains.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I tell you about it?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
please
This
do.
guy is me, and I'm shrugging because they're not mountains, they're big waves. The sea isn't smooth, but I'm gonna persist and I'm gonna figure it out. I'm shrugging. I don't have a nose or mouth because 1 minute went by
That's fine.
faster than I thought, but I think it's symbolic because I'm like, I don't know what to think, but I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna be stronger for it.
Nice.
Yeah, and you don't need to communicate while you're out in the ocean.
No, we all clock that shrug. We know what's going on.
Yeah, so the
Nothing.
nose and the mouth. Actually, you're probably better off without one out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you need that for?
So you don't accidentally drink seawater, because not good.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't drown if you don't have a nose and a mouth.
That's
You just
such a-
float.
Wow, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yep. Although I assume it'd have to go some way. So maybe you just become porous, like a starfish.
Yeah.
It's like how you breathe.
That would be good.
Do that.
If I'm lost,
Sean,
it could only help.
Sean,
That's
do you
fair.
have any questions about this piece?
I like the shrug. I think or comments on it. Can I comment?
Yeah, comments.
On it?
Yes, comment. Yeah,
Okay. I like the shrug. Yeah, of just like, I feel like this person is saying the quote in their mind and saying, hey, FDR said it.
Are you actually hipping us to who said it just now?
Mark let me know who said it. I had no idea who said it.
Google
I had
told
no
me.
idea.
I don't even know where I heard it.
Thank you, Google.
So
Mm.
yeah, I
Thank
can't
you,
take credit
Google.
for that quote or that knowledge of that quote.
Thank you, Googs.
Thanks, Good.
What would
Thanks,
we be without
Googs.
Google?
We would be on Lycos.
We'd be asking people for answers.
So
Yeah.
first time here. What do you expect going into the Masterpiece Challenge, which is the next bit? What are you looking forward to, or not so much looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to participating. I'm going to do my best. I know Ryan's really good. I don't know. I'm just going to try to make you guys proud.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
You know what? I would.
You do.
I'll do you one better. Make yourself proud.
I'm going to try to make myself proud.
Yeah.
You're
Do it
right.
for- That's
Yeah.
the best way to go about it. Because even if it's a swing and a miss, it'll still be an interesting swing and a miss.
Yeah, it's smooth sailing from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
Hey.
All right,
right.
thanks, Emily. We'll see you back after the masterpiece.
See you in a bit.
Great job.
All right.
All right, and now for the best artist in the world, Kara Sketches. Hello.
Hey.
Ba-da-da.
She's trying to get done.
All
How
right.
you doing?
All right.
How you doing, Kara?
Great. Thanks.
Good. Good. I'm glad you're great.
Great. Good.
So this boat
wow.
is bouncing, or
Yeah. I just thought it'd be funny to draw a boat, like, like getting air off of a wave, because I don't think that's physically possible, but it just sounded exciting to me.
that's what I feel like.
I guess it
Some
depends on the
movies and their flawed CGI physics make it look like this is what happens to big boats. Like
Big
most
boats.
specifically, the Pirates of the Caribbean series.
Yeah.
They
That they
do
just
this sort of
surf.
thing. Yeah. There's no actual. It's not like Master and Commander, which
Yeah.
excellent movie. Does not
Oh,
pass
this
the Bechdel test, I don't think,
masterpiece.
but great.
Nothing does. This challenge reminds me, or made me realize, that I actually have like a fascination with boats that sunk and that were in the water for a really long time and then were discovered and brought
Yes.
back up into museums, because I've been to
Oh
two
my God.
museums like that before,
Whoa.
and I love them so much. They're so cool.
So when you go to
Sweet.
those,
Where were you?
yeah,
The Vasa Ship Museum was in Stockholm, Sweden, and the Arabia Steamboat Museum was in Kansas City, Missouri.
Whoa.
do they
Whoa,
let you
yeah.
in the boat?
Cool.
Is the boat still able to be put up, or is it just like the remains?
The Arabia Steamboat was just the remains, and because it was a bunch of British people trying to go to the West Coast to settle there. So it was just their stuff that remained, which was also just really cool. And the Vasa Ship Museum is very particular because it's Swedish, I think. Yeah. So it has like the whole boat is there, but you can't touch it. You can't do flash photography.
Oh yeah, because
right.
flash and wood apparently.
I'm I'm obsessed and have been since I was little with maritime archaeology. Did I just bore the entire audience again? But like I find this stuff. I find that stuff fascinating too. There's something about a sunken ship and then discovering
it's so creepy.
It's weird, yeah.
Yeah, is it covered in like moss or like
it's
barnacles?
Barnacles or?
It's mostly mud that preserves the wood so well. I think for both ships.
Interesting.
Very cool.
It's really cool.
I've been to the Viking Museum in Oslo.
Oh yeah, I've been to that too. I don't know why I'm not a boat person, but I've been to a lot of boat museums.
I've learned more about boats in the past like 3 minutes than I've learned.
The Vasa ship was so funny because it sunk on its maiden voyage because they wanted it to be as big and grand as possible, but they didn't engineer it correctly. So it went, I think, like 1,300 yards, and then it just like fell over and sunk into the archipelago.
So nobody died.
I think a handful of people died.
Oh. God.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. That was like 16 something.
If that thing was mine and it sunk like that, I'd just leave it down there.
Yeah, imagine dying in a big ship and then them bringing it up and like everybody looking at it for a long time. I guess that's kind of how I feel about the 9/11 memorial. I'm like, why are we? Anyway.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
If anyone's ever in Stockholm, I highly recommend going to that museum and spend like 2 hours there. It's really fun.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm loving this like sister like love fest going on in the chat between Ryan Osmosis and the Ryan Osmosis sisters. This is great.
You may have been too young to remember, but
Very cute.
See, out of text, it sounds like she's gatekeeping, but really, it's just between siblings. So there you have it.
There's a one-upmanship here.
Kara, you've certainly exhibited dominance in the best artist in the world category in the last few months, and we're just wondering where your head's at and what you're thinking going into this as the best artist in the world once again.
I'm also just here to have fun, like always.
That's cool. All right.
No, it's so boring.
It's fine, even if fun is crushing the dreams of Ryan Osmosis. That's.
Whoa.
I really hope that's not
fun.
the case. That makes me feel bad about having fun. I'm sorry. I'll just apologize for existing.
Seas never made a skilled sailor. All right.
Thank you, Flanny. Thanks for taking us out of that possible shipwreck.
This art challenge is gonna be a massacre. This is gonna be
crazy. I need another glass of wine.
Hey, we don't call it Art Smackdown.
That's fair.
Yeah, we call it
called Art
for a reason.
It's not Art Backpat. But it was.
So bring it on.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna move on to the masterpiece challenge, but
let's do it.
Thank you, Kara. We will see you what you got soon. And
that was fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Just wait.
Not that I'm not surprised.
There are going to be
maybe
some
I should change
submissions.
my tone. That was fun.
You sound so surprised.
Oh, that was actually fun. That's fun.
Wow. Now I see.
I'm having a fantastic time.
This has some real staying power.
So, the masterpiece challenge tonight is a very interesting one because I think it's well, you know what? I'm just gonna come out and say it. Everybody, get ready. The masterpiece challenge is Ray Fiennes as Voldemort at Sean's 10th birthday. There's an excellent gif of Voldemort patting Draco Malfoy on the back or hugging him, and it's so awkward. And I encourage you all to Google it for inspiration, or maybe some of you don't, so that you're all on different pages. But it's Is that what you're thinking, Sean? With this, is that kind of the energy?
It's moments like that, but I can't believe there's an actual GIF. Because I just rewatched all of them. I probably do it once a year, and I will either watch them straight or I'll watch them with Riff Tracks guys, who are the 3 guys from Street Science Theater.
Oh,
yeah.
Now, is it a problem that we've left out the word party? Because that's what I'm seeing is that 10th birthday party. Is that essential to the challenge?
Are you not
seeing? I thought Phil said that.
Party should be in there.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
10th birthday party.
Yeah. That's the last year.
Is there really a moment where he hugs him?
He leans in and hugs him, but it's just so weird. He's he gives him like a dead fish arm. It's it's really funny. And he makes like a little sound as he's like leaning into it's maybe my mind is exaggerating this.
No, you're right.
But I just find it so funny.
He's
sucking his soul.
Yeah.
He had one.
I thinking of like actors playing either real people or iconic characters from literature and stuff, and what their take is on them. Like I also just watched House of Gucci and Jared Leto's take on Pablo.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I thought it was fun too. But like Ralph Fiennes is so good, and then at the same time, just picturing Ralph Fiennes as Voldemort. Right, when I separate love of Harry Potter and it's Ralph Fiennes as Voldemort, he just makes some crazy choices that work, obviously. But when you've watched him as much as I have, I start to laugh at some of this stuff. He like sniffs the air a lot.
Yeah.
Like that's his point of like direction, I guess is the word for it. So like there's point of focus and whatever, but his point of direction, you could lead with heart, the genitals, or whatever. And like Ralph Fiennes leads with this part, and he's constantly sniffing.
We don't know that could actually be his that could be his genitals. We don't know. I don't know how Voldemort works.
He's a dickhead. True.
I think he's probably a dickhead, but he's also. I think I picture him as a Ken doll, like he's sexless,
Yeah.
Or Barbie. But anyways, Ralph Fiennes. I like to really just kind of picture him in his own, like Ralph Fiennes as Voldemort, right? So it's not just Voldemort or Ralph Fiennes, it's Ralph Fiennes as Voldemort in a weird situation.
Important distinction.
Right? Like he's gigging. He's gigging as Voldemort at this kid's party.
He's in full costume, or does he have like the costume and then like the digital dots on his nose that will be erased later?
Full costume. Right. No digital dots. Those are fun, but like full costume, no nose. For a while they were like dressing him in, and I always pay it. I forget if it's Order of the Phoenix or something where you first get to see Goblet of Fire, where you get to see him whole. And the costumes they have it's really lightweight fabric, and it like floats. Oh, yeah. And I felt like that like told Ralph Fiennes, the actor, that he'll only keep his arms up here. Like you will never see Voldemort like this. He's always this.
It's
and
true.
Then of course the chin is up.
Yeah, all those graveyard scenes when he's just like sweeping and like making quick turns and stuff. It's so fascinating to watch.
Yeah. And so to picture him at my 10th birthday party, it's kind of weird.
Right? Just dancing.
Is he trying
What's the soundtrack?
To be magic? I think he's super annoyed that he has to be here. My 10th birthday party was the first. I think he's just guy dropped off by his parents who has to be there, right? He's just another kid. But this is Fiennes as Voldemort. Another kid, he has to go. This is my first, like, I think sleepover or whatever, where we would, a group of people. I think we all remember our first sleepover. For me, I realized it was the night I realized I'm not a party guy. I like to go to bed by 9 o'clock at the time, It was one of those moments where you're like, oh my God, it's 11. What are we doing? It's too late. But I felt like Voldemort would also have the same kind of disdain for social gatherings like that.
But except for middle of the night.
And he can't evaporate out.
He has a really odd schedule, I think. Voldemort. Not Ralph Fiennes.
He does.
Voldemort.
Yeah, Ralph Fiennes as Voldemort.
Sleepy.
Yeah, I don't know when Voldemort sleeps. Yeah. I don't know if he does sleep.
No.
And maybe he does 10-minute power naps with like cucumbers on his eyes or something. I don't know.
That is interesting to think about once he's like back in his body, where he sits down and like.
Where he sits down.
Yeah, he doesn't have a bed.
No, he probably doesn't. I imagine the Matrix is really in my head, but also like theories on the Matrix too. I feel like if maybe he's a non-playable character. Actually, he's probably not. But like, does he just stare at a wall and like, if no one's watching him, does he just stare at a wall in a room alone?
Or he can see all, right? Like he can kind of watch Harry, because he's part like Harry. Spoiler alert: Harry is part Voldemort.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for movies made 20 years ago.
So I guess
doing that. We did that last week. We spoiled Star Trek last week. So you know what? This might be a not safe for work channel.
Yeah, I say we spoil every movie we talk about from here on out.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, we got to be very sensitive then.
What if Voldemort?
Yes.
Okay. What if Ray finds like I feel like he would like. I'm still on this. I feel like he would be like.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd freak your parents out by like standing over their bed and like while they sleep, just watching them sleep.
Yeah. He'd be the guy that's like, "Can I sleep in here?" And the parents are like, "You're supposed to be with the kids."
Why are you wandering around my house? Stay in the living room.
He would take all of his. Yeah, he's. He would want to take a shower. He's that kid, or that.
I have to take a shower before I go to bed.
What? Oh my God! I would never think. I barely take showers at my own house. I would never want to take a shower at a sleepover.
I had friends who couldn't get into a bed without showering first.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
Why? Probably. Yeah. Why?
Dirt, like didn't want to like dirty their bed with all the germs and grit that they had like.
Okay. I mean, I can understand that in the summer. I have to shower before I go to bed in the summer because my legs are sweaty. And I can't.
Yeah, that's just a
lay
comfort
down
thing.
With sweaty calves. That's.
Yeah, that's certainly a comfort thing. Yeah, I mean, I am very aware of the dirt that I am bringing into the bed, but I'm too lazy to go to do anything about it. Except for in the summer, for sure. I do get when it's sweaty and miserable out.
I was just testing you. I got a little concerned that you said you didn't shower.
I showered today for you guys. You're welcome.
Hey,
thank you.
Like
Monday nights are my shower nights.
Apparently you can you're not supposed to you can shower every day, but you're not supposed to soap up every day. You do the pits, ass thing, that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I get this from Kutcher and Mila Kunis, so they're the experts. But Voldemort at a sleepover.
Are they your friends at your birthday party too?
Yeah.
Voldemort has
Ashton
to shower
Kutcher and
with
Mila Kunis.
He has to shower with his back to the faucet because I imagine the water gets right up in his nose. Like just right down and in.
Yeah.
Is it compromise time?
It's compromise time.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
It's time for the
this is fun.
color wheel of compromise. We will spin this wheel, and at the end of the wheel spinning, we will know what the compromise is. This will throw a wrench into all of the artists' pieces of art. You have to include this. Spectrum!
Oh, that's kind of
great.
perfect, though.
Yeah.
True. The
It
real
sounds-
villain of
it
our
sounds
world
great.
now.
Like
Yes.
Expectorum Patronum.
I received a text message from Spectrum the other day about service that was done in the area that might have been responsible for the slowdown. Because I complained online, and I'm realizing that if I just @ something on Twitter, I can solve the problem faster.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true.
Yeah, it's their customer service.
Yeah, politicians
hotline.
though, it doesn't do shit. I just want to bully Mitch McConnell or something like that.
I know. So Spectrum, the cable company, right? The horrible Spectrum.
Yeah, we had a show. We do a show on Casual Thursday. Ooh, which we have an announcement about. We could mention too.
We should mention that. Yeah.
We should mention
Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis and Javier Bardem.
But a
If his
couple of
head
weeks
will fit.
ago, we had a Casual Thursday where it cut out every minute, and so we were doing a live stream, but
Oh, no.
it was cutting out every minute. And so if you go onto our Twitch channel, you'll see there's like 40 videos of our Casual Thursday.
We made a web series.
Yeah,
Did.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
What a horrible company. They're just like the NTA. They know they have a monopoly on this city, and we're all just
Oh, they're so bad. They're so bad.
subjects.
I know, Spectrum's trash, and they're probably run by trash people. One time I did a murder mystery when they were known as Time Warner, and it was a company party of a bunch of Time Warner executives, and I had written this joke down, and I was going to do it despite what my director had told me, which was don't use the joke, and I was like, I had to wait on the phone 3 hours to talk to you, but I got you all here now, and they booed me because they're probably tired of it, because they're probably their loved ones tell them that they're all the.
But you
they work
can't
for the
not
devil.
make that joke. It's too ripe of a joke.
It's too ripe, yeah. But you know what? I let them have it, and then they all died and became Spectrum. That's exactly what happened.
Do you guys want to see the one audience submission we got for the subject
Yes.
question?
While you're pulling that up, I have to get a beverage.
Yes, and then we'll tell our announcement for Casual Thursday.
Yes. This is from Audio Gabriel.
Brilliant.
So is the boat called Damn It? The SS Damn It?
That's
The
funny.
SS, damn it.
That's-
Damn it!
That was the boat right next to the minnow. It has never crashed.
No, it was actually a 2 hour and 45-minute tour, and someone complained because they were promised 3.
In the sea of fucktail.
Woo!
I love how all the boats have this continuity. So apparently the general audiences, when you say boat or ship, this is what we get. I love it. It's the banana with the flag in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've had like the square jigs, and this one is a spinnaker, right? I believe.
Sure.
The big sail.
What is a spin? Is that what a spinnaker is?
I think it's called that.
I was on a.
It's like it's to make you go faster. It's like the big sail in the front that you pull out for like racing when you need
Catches all the wind.
to catch up.
I was
Yeah,
on
it
a
catches all the
Norwegian
wind.
cruise line once, and the fun club was called the Spinnaker Lounge.
Wow.
And I never knew what it meant, but I just knew it just sounded vaguely boat-like, so I just didn't question it.
Yeah.
This is where we come to Art Smackdown, where you can learn about maritime terminology.
Yeah.
This
And
is
museums.
nice. Guys, I'm having fun.
Sean, I told
Hey!
you would.
You're doing
good
it, Sean.
statement.
You're playing with us.
Guys, I'm having fun.
Spinnaker.
What are you doing here? Let's talk about the announcement, because I think there's some folks who aren't fully up to speed.
For sure. So yeah, you guys want to take it?
Let's just sure. Slandy, take it away.
Okay. So for the past year and a half or so, we've had the Art Smackdown like label with the paintbrushes and like the blue kind of swirly Art Smackdown logo. And going into 2022, new year, new logo, right? So so come Casual Thursday we will have hold a competition. So there are higher stakes. It's less casual on Thursday, but it's for fun and it's for our show. And we're hoping that you will bring your art to help us get a new logo. And right, Phil, what's the prize?
$100.
Yes,
wow.
Your logo is on our stream for the year. We will have
on Instagram.
Yep, Instagram and everything.
Yeah. It will be
and
our identity.
You know what? What's that? I'm gonna match it. I'm gonna make it 200.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah, fuck it.
So
Schmilson.
You know what? I just realized we got like 54 weeks in a year, so that's like 106 shows. So that's like $2.30 per show. Right? Wow, I mean it would be $1. So let's make it 2. I'll put my money where my mouth is. I don't give a fuck.
That's very generous of you, Phil.
Use that money well.
This is amazing. Yes. We're gonna that's it. $200 to help us come up with a new logo on Thursday.
That's right. Fuck you, Jeffrey Bezos. That's what you do with your money.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
I
don't know. I don't want credit for this, but and also this is a fun. Guys have been working week in, week out, doing excellent art. So you got time to prep. We're not giving you there's no deadline for it. I mean, the deadline is Thursday.
Yes.
But there's no time frame. So 2022, time to make it about you. Let's get sketchy.
Yeah. I mean, you could spend every moment from now until Thursday's 30-minute self-expression. 30-minute masterpiece, or you can just see what happens in that 30 minutes. You know, I mean, really, it doesn't need to be a finished piece. It just needs to be as good as you can make it. And if we love it, then leave you some time to perfect it after the fact.
Yeah.
So you could go get so this week you could get a booster, get paid $100, design a logo, get paid $200 potentially. I mean, that's 3 days off of work for most.
That's like a sales incentive that I get once a month or once every other month. That's not, 300. You get the shot and then win, and then you're good.
Which I got my booster a while ago. Do I retroactively get a hundo for that?
We should ask someone.
Look that up. Ask Google.
1 minute left, artists. 1 minute left on your 20-minute masterpiece.
Yeah. So tell your friends.
Bill, you really
put it on social media.
You upped the challenge there.
That's
so
right.
There's no runner-up prize.
No runner-up prize. You're fired. That's it. You cannot come back. Second place cannot come back to Art Smackdown in the next year.
Yeah, it's like the Squid Games. If you don't win it, you die. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry. 20
That's just
seconds.
the rules of Art Smackdown.
That's right.
Oh, this is exciting.
Them's are the rules.
Hey, should they remake? It's time they remake Harry Potter series, right?
No.
Why can't we treat it like Spider-Man?
Time's up.
Different Spider-Man.
Because
Well,
Art
they've done the
supplies
other-
down.
They've done more of the world. They've done the canon. They've kind of built it out a little bit, right? With
No, but it would be so cool.
I can't remember the names of these movies that came out afterwards, but you know,
Glenn Close as Voldemort.
Trelawney's terrible twos, or yeah, get Glenn Close in there.
I also am really just okay. What are your feelings on J.K. Rowling? Like, that's my other problem with that.
I choose not to feel anything about her.
Yes, but this comes from her brain. Also,
Right.
some other
I'm
children's
critical.
books. But
I'm critical of her.
yeah, but also like this, I feel like this movie series had the time and the chance to tell its entire story, whereas Spider-Man continually got sidelined by like production decisions that derailed the franchise numerous times.
Right.
And I think like that Spider-Man is a really special, weird case where it's able to like kind of wrap itself around and read. I mean, I don't know anything about Spider-Man No Way Home, but I do know that people show up.
Yeah, but like
Spoilers
as a comic, you don't really have like a pretty. You don't tie it up with a pretty little bow. It's just kind of like there's no ending really. It's just kind of like the world.
Yeah, and also artists change, writers change. Sometimes writers come in and they undo everything the previous writer did. The Incredible Hulk just finished a run where he settled all of his problems with the Hulk. Bruce Banner did, and then like in the next issue, they were right back to where they started because it changed writers, and they were just like, "Yeah, fuck it, throwing it out the window. Let's just reboot it because conflict is cash."
Yeah, I don't see Harry Potter's story going anywhere else. His story,
Yeah.
But like a new director's new vision, wouldn't that be? Maybe.
I mean, they did.
Would you give me what about a deadline, or not a deadline, but a time, like maybe in 20 years, could they remake that? Right? Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, I'd be sad to see that.
This would be an HBO
whatever.
Max series. They probably, because you could spend a season on year 1 and year 2. You could just like milk it. Content, baby.
Ooh, yes.
Hundreds of hours of Harry Potter.
I think it's owned by Time Warner.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
we have put in a lot of. If you read all the books and you watch all the movies, you put in a lot of hours. When I was watching Harry Potter, I wasn't like a speed reader yet. So I was, but no, wait. But I read them all in like 2 days. Right? So I didn't sleep. I just just binged them. I mean, as they came out, you'd like, because you didn't want spoilers. And this was before, you had real access.
I've never read the books.
Spoilers. Oh,
I read the books.
God, you have
I
to
read the first
book.
3.
Oh man, they're so good.
And I burned the rest.
Watching.
No, I just lost.
They're very well done.
I'm
a fan of the books, and the movies are great. But when they started to change directors halfway through, or I guess all the time, it got more noticeably dark and kind of.
Once Chris Columbus left, they got darker, and I kind of dug that actually. I thought that it was a little.
I did.
It was just kind of. I didn't know that. I didn't expect it, and so I went in thinking it was going to be like what we had been watching, and then it was like this totally different, like style. Like I think I just didn't like that the set looked like that the world that they had created visually changed. I mean, I guess that's the magic of it, is that like it's always changing. So I got into it more, but it was shocking in my youth. Okay.
You guys want to see some art?
So yeah, let's see some art.
Let's see some masterpieces.
Phil,
this is exciting.
Who do you want to bring in first?
Let's do reverse. Let's start with Kara Sketches.
All right, the best artist in the world. Spectrum.
Yeah, seriously, Spectrum. You really got to stop.
Oh boy. This is great. It's amazing. Ralph. Okay. Rafe. Okay.
Can't see it yet. Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
No,
that's so funny.
Little Sean.
This is
The
hilarious.
only thing I know about Spectrum is that SNL skit where at the very end, spoiler alert, you get to Spectrum himself, and he's like, "I am Spectrum," and his eyes are all white, and I thought that was perfect for Voldemort.
Yeah, I love
Yes.
Truly
Please
captures the
hold for
Voldemort of
somebody
it
who
all.
it. Yeah, and the hand gesture is
The way that
so his performance.
His hand is resting on Sean's shoulder with like the ring finger. That's creepy.
Yeah.
And
It's
also
so creepy.
yeah, bang on. That's
Thanks.
great stuff.
What does his name tag say? It's Ralph
It says
or Rafe.
floaty guy.
Spectrum Ralph Floaty Guy. That's his title.
That's so funny.
Wow.
I love that. Like the way he has his arm around Sean. It's like he's like, everyone wants to be a cable guy. I'm taking you on as my protege.
Yeah.
That's the thing too about another Rafe finds embracing the character he got was like they put makeup all over his hands, or he has like prosthetics on his fingers, like almost
like pointy
ET bulbous
fingers.
things.
Yeah.
And so the way he holds a wand or does anything, I think that's why his hug in this GIF that I have on loop now. It's so funny. But yeah, I see it in the hands there. Really nice attention to detail.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So,
And Sean's outfit,
Yeah.
so good.
so accurate.
I just shrunk you down and gave you a lot more hair. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I'll take it. I'll take the hair. It's a nice coif.
It's a coif.
Very cute.
Very
Oh man,
cute.
I love it.
Please hold
Thank
for
you,
someone
Gareth.
who cares is so accurate.
I love that he's taking the call from his brain.
Yes.
Yeah, he's using magic. He's a
Spectrum.
master-
He's using the spectrum.
Yeah.
You know what, Phil? Maybe the reason it was cutting in and out is that you haven't gotten in touch with your magic side. You haven't,
That's true.
you know,
I
you
don't
haven't
know-
like gone to, you don't know how to use the power that spectrum is sending you.
like I truly believe that if I was a magician or a sorcerer, my magic would be chaos. So this does in fact fit perfectly within the purview of chaos. Is that week it was just absolute, garbage, and then now it's fine. So it all makes sense. All these things, everything can be true.
What? Sorry, Phil. Sorry, you just cut out.
Did I really?
Phil,
No.
sorry, we can't
Gotcha.
we can't
Phil?
hear you at all.
No.
He's so
Oh, no,
traumatized.
Phil, you're frozen.
No, he's
Give
coming
this
in
to me.
clear for me.
This is. I have to put my hands on my jeans and remember that I'm here right now, and that bad times
Right?
are
Touch,
over.
touch all your fingers.
Touch you. Oh boy. Thank you for sitting through that, Kara. We will.
Phil's soul left his body for a moment.
For a hot second, yeah, I was dreaming up an angry tweet. So,
So great.
Kara, this is phenomenal.
yes,
Thanks.
wonderful work.
Yeah, this is great.
We're going to send you back. We're gonna bring you back out in a few minutes. Who's next, Phil?
Oh, well, I think who's next should be our the first timer, Emily Dalton.
Hello.
Hello.
Take us through this this masterpiece.
Okay.
Right.
So
Amazing.
First off, how did you feel? How did it go?
Yes.
it went well. I just went with my gut. So we have Sean. He's shrugging again. Because and he's saying it's supposed to be fun turning 10, which is a Taylor Swift lyric from All Too Well when she says it's supposed to be fun turning 21. He's crying, and he's House Gryffindor, so he's like, this is bullshit. Ralph is there, and he's saying Avada Kedavra, so he's trying to kill Sean, unfortunately. His friends are there up in the corner. Most of them are saying this is bad, which is true, it is bad, but there's one friend who is just looking at his phone, and he says the Wi-Fi sucks here, which is my incorporation of the Spectrum.
There's always one on the
pack. Wi-Fi.
I just imagine Voldemort is making him say it's supposed to be fun turning 10 in many different tones, just to see if you get it correct.
That's an interesting interpretation.
Yeah.
He's just not having a good time. He's about to get murdered. Sorry, Sean.
No,
that's
great.
How I interpreted.
Killed by Ralph is great.
His sweater is excellent, just in case he has a concussion.
Yeah, I'm rough.
And the Wi-Fi implies that you're younger than you are, so that's always good, right?
Yeah.
Because when you were 10, right? When you were 10, I don't think Wi-Fi was really around, right?
Oh, me.
No, it's still dial-up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, what are parties like nowadays? Like young kids going to parties, they're probably just all on their phones now.
All on their phones.
What do they do?
They
living in the moment.
These big thumbs that they scroll with, I think.
Yeah, we've evolved.
Yeah, just a fat thumb.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how big our thumbs are going to actually be in like they might be our biggest body part, our thumb, in like 50, 100, like I don't know, 200 years, 500 years.
We're gonna turn into the size of our big toe.
Yeah.
Like we'll just
we'll lose our pinky toe. Our pinky toe will get added to our our big toe, thumb.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't even think to ask Sean what your 10th birthday party was like, but
I definitely was freaking out. I think all of us were like, oh my gosh, we're up so late.
Was there a theme?
You all panicking in your room?
Yeah, it's like, are we supposed to be doing this? Lots of like Dr. Pepper and candy and the soda stuff, you know what I mean? Probably a mix of like Ninja Turtles and Indiana Jones.
Oh, cool.
Pillows, bean bags. And it was young boys, so the room probably smelled like farts, you know what I mean? Like constant. Yeah.
I just think it's so funny thinking of like all like young Sean with all of his like 10-year-old friends going, but what happens at like what happens when the clock turns midnight? Like I literally have absolutely no idea what happens.
Do y'all not remember that feeling? Everyone of like your first like staying up past whatever your bedtime was.
And I couldn't stop anxiously farting.
Oh yeah. I was probably a little too loud when I was younger. I'm sure the parents hated me.
Like we would just watch Nick at Night. Like that was what at a certain hour. Well, no, we'd alternate between Nick at Night and the Spice Channel because you could get the squiggly version.
Right.
You can get the squiggly.
Squiggly version. I think maybe one year we watched Porky's, that horrible canceled film movie. At this point.
Yeah, but that's
things like that, you know what I mean? We're like, no one's watching, so we'll watch this stupid B movie.
Boobs. I still do that when I see boobs on the TV. Anyone else?
I try to stifle it, but seldom.
Something comes out. It's really bad when you're in a live theater.
I love that Rafe has a name tag in both of these.
Yeah.
in both of them so far.
In this one, it looks more like a designer sweater.
Yeah, right.
It was
like Ralph Lauren.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like one of the Death
Brilliant.
Eaters gave it to him for Christmas, and he liked it so much, he decided to.
He's
to
like,
keep
it's
it.
Rafe. It's not Ralph.
It's Rafe.
They're like,
Lauren.
yeah, but you just
Uh,
read it different then, man. We're not saying you're Ralph.
Well, thank
It's
you.
just your name.
Thank you, Emily. I hope you had fun for your first one, and I hope you join us again
Super silly.
in the audience, what have you, however you do it. But
Yeah, we still have to see how this goes.
Yeah.
We still have to see how this goes. I know.
Emily maybe joining us next week in the new year is our first
Right.
best artist in the world.
I wasn't
Yeah,
trying to
Phil's
tell you to
counting
leave.
me out.
I'm
Okay.
not. I was trying
Yeah.
to segue. Was my connection bad? I was trying to segue.
Phil,
I'm just
Phil,
kidding.
Phil, we can't hear you.
Phil, you're
frozen.
You're
Obviously
frozen, Phil.
won.
Oh, cool. They can't see me. I'm gonna get more wine.
Yeah, you missed our announcement that.
While Phil's getting wine, we had a call for Cat Cam. So this is some George Harrison cam. There he is.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, and George Harrison did not come off as the mean asshole that media and history had painted him.
What?
In,
People,
the Beatles. The Beatles. I am
people painted
doing
George
a
as an
callback
asshole.
to about an hour ago. Well, that there was fisticuffs and anger, lots of screaming matches and shit.
Well, it's
just didn't
because he
happen.
was. It's because he was marginalized by
Mhm.
by the other two.
I mean, he had like 30 songs
Yeah.
in his pocket, but he was only allowed 2 per. So, and then he was hanging out in America with Bob Dylan and, all of the important.
Eric Clapton.
All the important singers.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
Tom-
it was.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, so good.
And so then, it comes back to Twickenham, and then Paul's being like, "Oh, could you not play there?" So
Yeah, I know. Maybe don't flourish it too
Don't
much.
do the doodly doo on the doodly
come on,
doo.
doodly doo. How about a skidoo
All right. You want to segue again, Phil?
Yeah, I would like to segue.
You want to do
Emily,
a second segue?
Do you want me to do a second segue, guys? Because I'll do one.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Emily, thank you. I love
Thank
your
you,
contribution. And
Thank
the Voldemort sweater. And we will
Yeah.
see you in a bit.
Okay.
Rafe Lauren.
Rafe Lauren. Polo Rafe Lauren.
All right. Ryan Osmosis.
Ryan.
Here we go.
Osmosis. What do you got? Here we go.
From the Mississippi.
Here we go.
Mississippi.
New South.
Oh my God, this is phenomenal.
The case on the children.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
in Technicolor.
Oh
Oh,
my
Yes,
gosh,
I-
what a
I-
wig.
I incorporated
Oh my
spectrum in 2
God.
ways. The spectrum of colors in the hair, and then there's also all these children just not a cell phone in sight, just living in the moment. The Wi-Fi sucks, apparently.
Mhm.
Also, this is one of those moments where practice really helps, where it's like, I should have spent less time making sure there were 10 candles on the cake and more time
Right.
on your friends.
Oh,
more-
no.
You just wanted to
I-
make it nice for him. You really wanted to make a nice environment for 10-year-old. You
Yeah.
cared about little Sean.
So
Yes.
also, this is obviously Harry Potter has defeated Voldemort and he's fallen on hard times, so he's got a side gig. And what you'll notice is that the clown nose is hanging on his neck because it won't
I
stick.
see.
There's no nose.
That's a great detail.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I do love the emotion he has, like Voldemort
Like,
perturbed.
I can't. I no longer. I'm embargoed from doing any real magic.
This really has the feelings of a tragic comedy because like the kids hate it, he hates it, the rabbit hates it. The rabbit's probably dead. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like,
I
no
was
one's
thinking
happy in
rabbit's
this
dead.
scenario.
Except for his hair. His hair is loving it.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's an
Yeah.
excellent hair.
I can
I'm sure
totally
Ra-
picture him getting frustrated after this trick and just being like, "All right, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette." in the driveway.
Yeah.
I mean, he studied at RADA. He should not be at this kid's 10th birthday.
No.
He's a Shakespearean actor.
Rada.
And nothing makes a Shakespearean actor who's already just having the worst day that much worse, slapping a clown wig on him.
No, yeah.
Right? And I mean,
it's so good.
The Bond film did so well. Like, why is Ralph Fiennes falling back on Voldemort?
You know, now that you bring that, I wonder if Rafe, I'm sure all of those actors pay for like Christmas gifts every year with the residuals from these movies, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, I'd love to know Ralph Fiennes' deal for this, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
A warm meal.
Yeah.
A warm meal.
Front of the line at craft services.
Yeah.
I mean,
A
that's
soul.
right. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Aw, he can have his cake and eat it too.
Keep those flowy robes maybe for around the house.
I was gonna say they look very cozy and comfortable.
They really do.
I love how worried all of Sean's friends are.
Yeah.
Like
they're
but
huddled
I
together.
just look embarrassed. Like, this is definitely future producer Sean of like, okay, I booked this guy, didn't know we took a risk.
His Instagram looks
maybe not
different
next
than
month.
advertised.
Yeah. But also possibly
But he brought a lot of
satisfied that he
people.
show up.
yeah, he was a
He
bringer.
brought people.
Yeah.
He was a bringer.
Yeah. He brought himself in barefoot wearing a clown
Yeah.
robe, which sounds like
had a
somebody
full
coming in for a
audience.
free jam.
yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of Death Eaters showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they'll bring themselves to their own shows.
No, don't worry, guys. Next year for my 11th, it'll be Darth Vader as our magician.
Yeah.
Another out
Helena-
of work villain.
Or it'll
Helena
be your
Bonham
dad.
Carter like opened with like really edgy improv. She just kept being real shitty about the offers.
Like, very politically incorrect.
Yeah.
Just trying to test 2022 waters. Can I do this joke?
And then she made a dating app joke. Like after all of that, it's like she jumped back 3 years.
Oh man.
Oh man.
So
Well,
good.
Ryan, thank you for creating a scene that you can feel in your stomach, and in your heart. It's super unpleasant, but really fun for the rest of us. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
the
let's
nose
bring him in.
detail is really fun.
Let's bring him the rest
Okay.
out. Well, he's doing it, but this is
Oh
this
my
was
God.
a great offerings today, guys. This was really fun stuff. I really love the suggestions and what you brought to it. And now it's up to Sean to break two people's hearts.
Oh my God.
I'm having a great time.
I'm having fun. So
I am.
I will say, I'm surprised there was no spectrum patrona or whatever, right? Expecto Patronus or whatever. But that's just what popped into my head when Spectrum came in. Not a criticism. I was surprised. You guys all were very unique and very had different ways to apply it. I loved it. The way that you applied
God.
the mix them up or whatever.
Yeah.
Compromise.
Well, voting's begun in the chat. Let's see where we're at right now. Wow.
But yeah,
we got
Sean, you can talk through it too if you're.
Yeah.
You can go one by one. You could ask questions if you'd like.
I love this the settings that both Emily and Ryan set these in, giving us actually all three really just set up the situation, right? We can see the before and after with both of these situations. They're all really good and all very different. Oh boy. So what do I do? What do we do?
So So just to give you a little bit of a temperature check in the chat. Now you can let this sway you.
Yeah.
You can let
I
this
can't
not.
see the chat.
It's entirely. This is entirely your decision. But the chat, 67% of the chat feels that Ryan Osmosis is the best artist in the world, and 33% is Scary Sketches.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta go with Spectrum Cable. Call someone who cares.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's probably because I'm getting a hug mostly.
You want to
and I
hold
imagine-
more?
And he probably smells a little bit too. Like I can just it's a sensory thing on this too. Like
He probably smells like mud.
an electrical fire, maybe.
Oh yeah. Oh, I hate electrical smell.
Yeah.
It's just gross.
Right.
That's what it smells like, probably.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So Kara Sketches is the best artist in the world.
Wow.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Reigning
That's-
champ.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
See, I forgot about the rating.
Sorry,
champ.
Ryan.
Sorry, Ryan.
Oh my God.
Happy 30th,
And
Ryan.
Emily. You were so funny.
Voldemort
I'd like
just came to
get
your 30th
copies of
birthday.
all three of these.
Right?
Absolutely.
I know.
Ryan,
Yeah,
this-
that's often how I feel too.
Ryan, you keep getting closer and closer. I feel like it's always like just in your grasp.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Ryan.
You're like
Well
Sting
done.
in
And Emily, too.
1987.
So
He's gonna get the world title eventually, but it's just a matter of when it's gonna.
Someday people will understand the genius of of Sting and
The police?
And the police.
I'm
I don't
talking
think
about
the police
wrestler
are on
Sting,
anybody's side.
Oh,
Oh.
also Sting. Also
But
Sting from the police.
also Sting.
Mainstream Sting.
I needed a
wrestler.
2022.
One day he'll
resolution.
outgrow WCW and join WWE, and then
And he'll join the police.
he'll join the police.
See, that's the matchup we deserve.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I
Tally
keep
voted for
staring
you,
at all
Ryan.
three of them.
Oh, yeah.
George Harrison voted for you, Ryan.
Oh yeah, Rigby voted for you, Ryan.
Ray
I don't think you
Lauren
can-
voted for you, Ryan.
I've cornered the pet vote.
Well, then, all
Oh,
right.
man.
So, artists, if you don't mind just hanging out for a few minutes longer, I'm gonna show the audience submissions for the same masterpiece, and then off, like, once the show's over, Sean will decide who the best audience submission is, and then that audience champion will be. We will reveal that on Casual Thursday.
Yep.
Sweet.
All right, here we go. First, wait, it ever just okay. Wow, holy shit. Audio Gabriel. I'm gonna show his first. This is Audio Gabriel's submission initially.
Initially?
There are two submissions. This is there's a caption that goes along with this. He's everyone's favorite kid at the party. Who doesn't love a good smell or balloon animal? Question: if you fart in a balloon, does the smell stay in there forever? Rafe Fiennes does. He smells with his tongue. Another question: why are my hands so fucked up? The spectrum of magic is the gift that keeps on giving.
Nice incorporation.
Happy 10th birthday, Sean. Sniff. I got you My Little Pony. Sniff. I want a balloon animal. Sniff. It has to be a llama. Sniff. I farted. Sniff, sniff. Ringo.
Oh my God.
This
Silent but
this
deadly.
Voldemort has the quality of a horror comic. He's really frightening. His face is really.
He
Yeah.
looks like Magneto or something.
There's some trauma stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can taste the trauma.
It's his likeness is very good though. It's very much Ray Fiennes.
Yeah,
like
it's bad enough that a
Watchmen.
balloon, like when you're blowing up a balloon, or like you grab a balloon and it pops, bad enough. But when it pops and someone inflated it with fart is really bad.
Yeah,
right.
Gabriel says he's the kid no one likes, and that is accurate.
Yeah.
I
Ray, yeah, you're just friends with Ray Fiennes.
It's like, you guys are all gonna sleep over there.
Yeah, your friend Ray Fiennes showed up dressed as Voldemort for your 10th birthday. He wasn't hired or anything. He's just your friend. You're weird. Weirdo friend. In blue body paint, and then he took a shower before he went to bed.
Oh man. Got your towel all blue. This is also from Audio Gabriel.
What do any of the artists think? Any feedback from our 3 panelists?
Oh, that's great. Look at that.
He said, in an effort to suck up and spend the whole show making art, I share this portrait of our guest judge tonight.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Oh
that's
wow,
like,
great.
See? Just a you're smoldering. Even in this sketch, Sean, you're smoldering.
some top tier teachers petting over there.
Seriously.
It looks just like his headshot.
Yeah, I'd call this some heavy teachers petting. Some heavy petting.
This looks like a 1970s, like a segue from the commercial on SNL.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you had the, like, oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I remember all those Gilda Radner.
And your host, someone you don't know.
Bud Court.
This guy.
Bud Court.
Wow,
totally
that's really
stolen from the
great.
headshot. I figured, I was like, this looks exactly like your headshot. But not that you weren't posing that way during this entire stream, but so good. I love all the colors.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Nice work, Audie Gabriel. Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's so
dude.
good. This is the next and final audience submission.
Yes, you added the glasses. Nice.
This
Whoa.
is from Schwartz and Merck.
Cool.
And this is the caption. No context. This is just what happened.
Okay. This looks kind of like a Wi-Fi signal.
Mm-hmm.
It kind
Yeah.
of
Yes,
opens
it
up like
does.
that. That's really cool.
That's
Good
really
stuff.
cool.
Schwartz and Merck.
Yeah. 5 bars.
Yeah,
5G Voldemort.
that's cool because sometimes like the abstract is kind of wild sometimes when but this one also his prancing, like those shoulders. Did he wear
Shoulder pads?
Maybe he does now.
He's just like like grooving. Yeah, it's like a disco party.
Shoulder pads are back. Why can't
Yeah,
I
these
rock?
puffy sleeves.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good. And is
Oh,
that
he's
chest
so
hair? Voldemort has chest hair.
He's got little tufts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little
Get some
tufts.
tufts. Looks like he's about to fight Batman in the animated series.
Yeah.
Those eyes.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
he's got funk. He's definitely got funk.
He's got,
Yeah.
seriously.
This is the Voldemort post turning to ash. Like, I've got a new life and I'm looking forward. Fuck
Yeah.
Harry. That's behind me.
Right.
I'm gonna get to this desert island, to this nice resort, to forget Harry, and then Harry shows up with his family.
I got all my Horcruxes back. He put all his Horcrux in a row.
It's like forgetting
His
Sarah Marshall.
Horcrux in a row.
Horcrux. Oh,
man.
Oh boy.
Harry.
so these are the two submissions from the audience this evening. I think they're awesome. Artists, anything that jumps out to you? Anything that you like?
They're so different.
They're both so different. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like how the Wi-Fi bars of Voldemort First of all, I almost like it's like a gang snapping is what I'm seeing. And then it is also a color spectrum. I really like that.
Yeah. Spectrum. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good stuff.
I second all those things. Nothing else to say. It is more abstract. I like that. I like the direction that Schwarzenegger is going.
Yeah, good stuff. Schwartz, are we rating you tonight?
Oh yeah.
We are? Okay, cool. I don't know why I had to yell like I was yelling past the people into the chat. Hey, chatters! Like what? Sorry.
And I want to give Emily a chance. Did you have anything to add to it, or?
Oh, I like both of them. I think someone in the chat said West Side Voldemort. I like the 5 guys.
Yeah.
That one's funny. I mean, they're both great.
I also love that like Audio Gabriel said that he couldn't draw hands. And so the portrait, I just imagine like the camera panning out and he just has Voldemort's like kind of lumpy hands.
Yeah, like what a perfect like being to just try to do hands on, because if you mess it up, it still works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Nosferatu. Same sort of thing. Like if you just, as long as you get the angle of the claws, or just like some sort of animation or flourish in the fingers, you've nailed it.
Totally.
Well, Emily, thank you for joining us this week as Challenger. It was so nice to have you on the stream. I hope you come back again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and thank you, Ryan Osmosis. Excellent work as usual. Such a pleasure having you. Congrats on your 30th birthday.
You made it.
You got there.
Made it. It's all nostalgia from here.
That's right. It's all uphill till about 35.
And tune in next week. You'll see Kara Sketches, defend her title as best artist in the world.
That's right.
Yes.
And Thursday, we will be showing all of your art. If you yourself want to submit your art for the new logo, please don't hesitate. We'll get the social media going, so we may even get some outside sources. So all the more reason to get territorial about it.
Absolutely.
But let's bring in the new year with $200 extra and a new logo for Art Smackdown.
Yeah.
We will always refer to you and give you credit for.
Indeed.
So,
yeah, and we might do something, I don't know, like a year in review, like pulling some of our favorite art pieces from the year. I don't know.
Dude, I would.
Yeah,
I would love.
Yeah, that'd be
see
cool.
that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
I got
play
nothing
around.
going on this week. I'll do it.
But yeah, then
And Sean, oh yes, Sean, thank you so much for being our guest judge, our celebrity guest judge.
This was so much fun. This was
so much fun.
Yeah,
That's
good to hang out
that's your
with y'all.
response after your 10th birthday party when
This
everybody
was
goes
fun.
home.
Yeah.
I hope Rafe Fiennes gives you a hug one of these days.
Me too.
Yeah.
Actually, I
hope
I-
it's not awkward.
I really hope it.
Yeah, it would be side hug him. I'll make sure I position myself so he has to give me a side hug.
He seems like a side hugger.
Yeah.
All right, everyone.
All right.
Well, Schwarzenmerk is up, and we are starting to raid Schwarzenmerk now. So enjoy some more art streams with our very own Schwarzenmerk, and we'll see you all hopefully on Thursday. If not, we'll see you next Monday with Kara Sketches, the audience champion, David Carl, and Haley Raphael as the challenger.
Oh, hell yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
All right,
so
good
next
night.
time,
New Year.
Everyone,
doodles.
Doodles.
Doodle.
Happy